Mike Dell's World number 130, Campercast number 1. I'm Mike, hello. And
I'm Kathy Dell.
yes, I got Kathy to actually participate in a podcast. And we're sitting in our camper up in northern Michigan, out in the woods, right in the middle of the state, a little town called Gaylord, Michigan. And we got up this morning, it was raining. And what you're hearing in the background isn't raining, that's my breakfast.
Frying up some potatoes.
Yeah. So anyway, we're sitting here at the kitchen table at the camper. Got the dog sitting here begging for fruit as we're eating a little bit of fruit before the taters are done. And figured we'd do a little podcasting. What the heck? I haven't done a camper cast before. And we're on the blue mic with the MacBook. And who knows how it's going to sound, but it should be pretty cool.
Crackling potatoes in the background the whole time.
Oh, well, we'll throw some music in there for some relief. We're, like I said, we took our mostly unplugged weekend off here. There goes the taters getting flipped. All right. Anyway, we took off on Friday afternoon and got set up here. It's now Sunday morning. We're going to stay one more day here. Nothing on the agenda. We've got barely any Wi-Fi, but just enough to stay connected to the world a little bit. But like I said, that wasn't really the point coming up here.
Oh, yeah, but it definitely makes it fun. We at least get the weather details and keep in contact with our Facebook and Twitter friends. Exactly.
And the funny thing is, I've got this antenna on the roof of the camper that's, the camper's 20 years old almost. And I'm sure the antenna's original. I thought, oh, yeah, that's going to be great. Well, I got the little converter box, and we'll go ahead and hook it up, and we'll be able to watch a little TV at night. And, epic fail. Nothing. So yesterday we went into town and, did a little shopping. Probably a little too much shopping, but it's a whole nother story. But one of the things we got was a $10 pair of rabbit ears.
Woohoo!
From, Gilroy's.
Got it all. Gilroy's got it all. Gaylord and Traverse City.
But anyway, got this antenna and we set it out on the picnic table. And it got channels that this antenna on the roof of the camper won't get.
And we got to watch some Detroit Tigers and a little bit of Tiger Woods golf.
Yeah, so we had Tiger on both channels. Anyway, so we had a good time. So far, we've done nothing of any great note, except for we did manage to put together a new barbecue grill.
A Blue Rhino grill.
Yeah. And I'll have the unboxing video up. We thought that would be kind of anti-geek. It's not really a geek toy, but it was fun. The instructions said average time for one person to put it together was 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It was an hour and 11 minutes with both of us working on it.
And that was majority of Mike doing the work. Of course, it took me forever just to do the simple hinges on the lid.
Had a good time, though. And we didn't kill each other in the process.
Yes, it was very good.
All right, and hey, one bit of news that I've gotten, since I do still have my Twitter access, is that Sarah Palin has resigned as governor, or is resigning as of the end of the month, I guess. Something like that. And in honor of her, I've got a song called Alaska.
up like mold. All the birds sat right down on the ground. But the sun was shining down on everybody's head but mine. Lord, I bet that sun is shining down. Just like clockwork, well, I wash my face on Sundays, and my eyes are bigger than hubcaps in my face. But the skulls and the shin bones, folks I never seen before, is the only thing that's left down in this place. Swallowed me up, I'm tapping on a rusty pipe all day. But the blood rusted up my heart is black as any river water. I wonder if you can hear anything I say. Oh, but the rust flows through my veins. There's more than cold that left this stain. My eyes are open, but I can't see a thing. And the air I'm breathing, well, it's thin as a string. Oh Lord, the sun went down and it never came up again. I feel like this coal mine's up in Alaska. Yeah, well, I feel like this coal mine's up in Alaska. Oh, well, I feel like this coal mine.
Okay, that was Curtis Eller and the Flying Circus. The song was called Alaska. And like I said, that's in honor of Governor Sarah Palin, who I actually like, but your mileage may vary.
Huh?
So anyway, we're still cooking the taters in the background and enjoying the smells of camping in the woods here.
And drinking camping coffee.
Oh, yes.
I don't know. Camping coffee is much, much better than everyday coffee.
Yeah, it's devil juice strong, but it's really good.
Mm-hmm. Gotta love it.
Geez, I should have loaded up that song Coffee, but that's all right. using Ubercaster, so I can't add things on the fly here. We got one more song lined up that we got kind of a kick out of the other night when we were sitting around the campfire. So, anyway, yeah.
And watching TV outside.
Yeah. We didn't do a lot of TV watching, like I said.
Well, no, but that was really fun, and it's raining today. I think we need to hook up underneath our awning, hook up the TV, and sit around and watch a little boob tube while we're camping.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
See what's on. Probably
Exactly.
not much.
Right. That's all right.
Right. So yeah, our whole mission was to do nothing, and we've done quite a bit of it.
Yep. Although Mike did get a new bike.
Yeah.
He has got the ultimate Schwinn. I call it a grandpa bike, but it's pretty cool. It's kind of retro. Yeah.
Cruiser.
Yeah.
So, I had a mountain bike, and I think I mentioned this on the podcast before, but it mysteriously disappeared from my garage during the teenage experience that we were experiencing last school year.
Yeah.
We don't know what happened, but we have a pretty good idea. So I've been bikeless, and it's kind of silly since we live on a bike trail, nice paved bike trail that goes everywhere around town.
And you live a mile away from work.
Yeah, it's kind of silly for me not to have a bicycle, but I didn't want another mountain bike. Because, I don't plan on climbing big hills, and I don't like to bike in the dirt. Those taters are smelling really good.
I know, honey.
Anyway, got me a Schwinn Cruiser. This is a 7-speed, not one of the 1-speed ones, so I did bow to a little technology. But I look forward to actually riding it to work. Of course, I only rode the other one to work, I think, twice.
Yeah, but you didn't like that bike. It was uncomfortable for the most part. It definitely...
Yeah, it wasn't good in town.
Right.
It was fine when I lived out in Lake Ann, go on those dirt trails and stuff. I used to do that. And see, when I lived out there, I had a recumbent. One of them sit-down, really low bikes, which is great on the flats, but completely useless on hills.
Oh, right.
So when I lived out there, I'd have to haul the thing into town. And, of course, I had that little pickup at the time, and the thing was longer than the pickup bed, so I had to leave the tailgate down to haul that recumbent. And I'd haul it into town and ride on the trail in town.
Right.
Well, I didn't ride it that much because it was such a pain in the butt to do. And with this one, I think I got the right combination. So that should be good. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and play another song. This one's by Eddie and Kim Lawrence. And I love the name of the CD. It's called My Second Wife's First Album.
It's quite a humorous song. You may need to listen to it twice to catch all the interesting words. And
Well, anyway, the song's called Apology. So check it out.
I'm sorry if my eloquence offends you. I'll try to be more vague in days to come. I wasn't trying to play it smart, I was speaking from the heart. But in the future, if it helps, I'll play it dumb. I'm sorry if my honesty misled you. I'll see if I can be more indirect. I'll start messing with the facts. I'll give my word and take it back, and then deny it all if that's what you expect. But most of all, I hope you will forgive me for not assuming you assumed the worst. And when you speak your mind, from now on I will try to remember that what you mean is the reverse. I'm sorry if you feel I have provoked you by showing you how vulnerable I am. I'm sorry if you think it's true that my reaching out to you is only proof that I don't give a damn. I'm sorry if there's been misunderstanding based on what you've heard instead of what I've said. I've gone on to start anew. I'm sorry if you have confused my moving on with messing with your head. But most of all, I hope you will forgive me for not assuming you assumed the worst. And when you speak your mind, from now on I will try to remember that what you mean is the reverse. I'm sorry if my eloquence offends you. I'll try to be more vague in days to come. I wasn't trying to play it smart, I was speaking from the heart. But in the future, if it helps, I'll play it dumb.
This podcast is part of the Blueberry Network. You can check out other fine podcasts at blueberry.com. That's blueberry without the E's.
All right, we're back. Just
Flipping the potatoes.
Yeah, she's got the breakfast just cooking right along, so we won't be too much longer. This is going to be kind of a short podcast, but I want to tell you about our little trip into town yesterday. Of course, the whole idea was to get away. So we got away, but we went to this little pub called Timothy's, right in downtown Gaylord, Michigan. It's right off I-75, right in a little town. Kind of a, what do you call that, a Nordic theme, the town?
Yo, German, totally.
Yeah, it's kind of a German alpine.
Everybody's got to have little peaks on their establishments.
Yeah, it's kind of
a requirement.
It's kind of corny, but it's kind of cool. They have a big festival here, probably another week or two,
called the Alpenfest.
Alpenfest. It's just another excuse to come to town. But anyway, we had a good time there at Timothy's pub. We, of course, had to play a little Keno since it was available. And first draw, we won enough to pay for our drinks and some deep-fried pickles.
And have money left over, pay for half the bike, practically.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I highly recommend Timothy's and their deep-fried pickle spears.
Homemade.
Yeah, they do everything homemade there. They don't, they buy stuff from, they don't buy stuff from Gordon Foods that's pre-packaged and pre-cooked and all that. They pretty much do everything more or less from scratch. And it looks like it'd be a really great place to eat. Oh, yeah. Although we're kind of on the low down here, we're trying to eat a little healthier. Although this morning we're having fried potatoes, but
well, that's your special thing. He loves fried potatoes.
So anyway, we're trying not to go out to eat a lot, so we brought all our food with us, and we're doing good. We had steaks on the grill, the brand new grill last night, and. Nothing too crazy. Tonight we're having seafood. Oh, it's going to be good. We got shrimp and scallops and some really good rice and, some salad maybe.
Big old tossed salad.
Yeah, so.
Eating healthy.
Yeah, well, that's the nice thing about having a camper. You got a kitchen. If you're sleeping in a tent, then you're kind of forced to eat food off the grill all the time, or off the fire, or go out to eat, or I don't know what you do. I don't know. I remember years ago when I was living in Idaho, we had a party, the squadron I was with in the Air Force, and was way up at this remote campsite up in central Idaho in the mountains. And one of the guys in the shop had a camper, and all I had was a tent. So I got a cooler and filled it half full of beer, and then I put like a couple of things of bologna and some bread, and I said, what else do you need but bologna and bread? Well, I had my cold bologna and bread for dinner, and Then I went over to see this guy with his camper, and he was just finishing up his dinner, and he was eating macaroni and cheese, which is my favorite.
Oh.
And ever since then, every time I go camping, we got to bring some macaroni and cheese.
Oh, yes, and we have to have it. So that was our first endeavor. I made a box of macaroni and cheese, all for Mike.
So, anyway, not a big deal. Like I said, I don't eat it a lot anymore. I used to live on the stuff. So, anyway, before we bore you to tears here, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Hopefully the audio quality was acceptable for our first camper cast.
Yeah, in Gaylord, Michigan.
Yeah, we'll have to do this from Sugar Island, too, at some point.
Sounds good.
And I'm going to be working on the video of the grill unboxing, and I'll be sure to post that over at the blog at mikedell.com. So, anyway, everybody have a good one.
Have a great day.
That's all, folks.